Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog of the day, and today is Saturday the 28th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning pretty early, got up, was able to basically sneak out of the room without getting my wife woke up too much. Headed up to the galley, grabbed myself some fruit and some water, and then headed out, got that eaten real quick on the back dock, went up to the running track and got my run in, which isn't that big deal. It's like a small track. It's like 6.5 or 7 miles per mile, which isn't a big deal, but there's a lot of people that kind of like just walk and they take up like both lanes of the running track when they're walking, because apparently they think they need to walk side by side. And then most of the time I get there, they're not even talking, they both have their headphones in, so there's like no purpose in that. Like if you were standing side by side as you're walking and talking and having an in-depth conversation, maybe you can explain it, but never say a word. And then it just, you gotta keep like hollering at them to move out of the way. And you're like, excuse me, come through. And every time they jump like they're being like startled by snakes and spiders falling from the ceiling. Then one of them, I literally jumped 7 times. I had to ask her to move 7 times, so I kept running behind her. And one time she saw me coming, and then they left before. That's how I like had to run. But I was running that much faster than them that I'd passed them 7 times around the track. And like, I'm just like, go away, just go away. Single file, do something. This is stupid, but yeah. And every time jumping, like wail her arms around like she was being startled by like cockroaches or something, so which made it hard for me. Just like, I couldn't even like run past her, because like if I get snuck in between them, so the moment she sees me, her arms go wailing and flailing around and stuff, she's gonna like smack me and the other person and everything else, and it's like, holy crap, this is crazy. So, but got my run done finally, which also sucks because the cruise ships on Virgin, they haul ass. Like this thing's running, I've seen it on the GPS and I watched before, as high as 25 mile an hour. Average is about 20, 22. But imagine having a 22 mile an hour headwind at all times. You know, no matter what, you just have like, and you get up on the upper deck, it kind of sucks because it's just constant a 22 mile an hour windy day. And then if you add actual wind from the day, it becomes way worse. So yeah, it's not the most pleasant when you're moving. The crew and the staff and everybody and stuff here are awesome, but the deck experience in the ship is definitely not to be desired. So I got my run done, swung back by, tried to grab some juice, and found out where I was supposed to get my juice and stuff at and that, and they basically, so I was like, okay, I know where it's at. So I went back up the room, grabbed my wife, grabbed some more pineapple and some more watermelon, and this time I told myself I want a bunch of pineapple and a little bit of watermelon, and they give me like half and half. And I'm like, okay, I don't want as much watermelon, I don't want as much pineapple, and I want way more watermelon. I'm like, fuck it. So I wasn't watching them scoop it. I should have paid more attention to it, but got back to the room, ate that, threw out some of the pineapple because I wasn't going to eat that much pineapple. And then Karen finally got up and around. As she was kind of waking up, I went and grabbed my shower, got changed, headed down for the day. She wanted to go get some breakfast, so we headed over, stopped by the juice section, and we wanted the tangerine. It's like a fresh squeeze, part of our perks for being like Splash Romance perk, whatever. And they didn't have any. They're like, oh, we'll have some little bag, wins a little bit. Like, you guys stopped serving this stuff here soon. I wanted this with my breakfast kind of thing and whatnot. And he's like, well, we're still squeezing it. I'm like, you get it out of a bag. Like, you just didn't bring up enough from the galley. Like, this is ridiculous, but whatever. So left there, didn't get my juice. She ended up getting orange juice, which wasn't even on the free list, but they gave her orange juice instead because they didn't have tangerine. So, but got that done. Head over, grabbed some breakfast. End up eating probably more than I should, just because I'm in here. And it's a sea day, so you're not really doing anything. Just kind of wandering around, pushing the wheelchair around all day. It's really cramping my neck up. Like, my neck is super sore. It's on a weird angle, bent down, pushing that wheelchair all over, and I'm constantly pushing that wheelchair. So, she didn't want to electric scooter, so I got stuck pushing the wheelchair. So, but I'm running around, end up hanging out with a few people off and on and stuff. We had different shows to do, different little events, different little things, little pop-up. We saw a little magician doing a little pop-up show. And then he had invited us to a private magician show later. We had went and got some lunch, just kind of figuring out time frame. We have dinner plans in the evening and stuff, so we're trying to time everything out. And we had, it was a lot of that like weird, like when you try and, like I was going to go have a cigar, and then it'd be raining. And then so you can't be outside because there's no covered smoking area. So I was like, well, that ain't going to work. So gave up on that. And then a couple different times off and on, like it was time to, you know, I had little times too, oh, if you want to get a cigar, you'd love it. I'm like, okay, it's fine, but our show starts in like an hour, so there's no time there. So went down, saw the show, we had a show scheduled to watch, and then we had to kind of run out of there quickly to get to the other magic show, which went and watched the other magic show with another magician, and then we're back, had another show that night, and then we had dinner plans with the group. And before that, we had another show scheduled for Ships in the Night, and we skipped it because my wife wanted to do karaoke. So we ended up, she went and did karaoke, and I went upstairs and had a cigar. So I finally was able to have a cigar in the evening at like 7 kind of thing. So I was able to knock that out, and then they did karaoke. Then we got done with karaoke. We all headed over to dinner, which we had, I don't know, 20-some, 30 of us. There's a bunch of us in there. So we ended up getting split up into smaller tables. Before, we've actually had them at like the week and stuff where we've had like 25 or 30 people at one table, like a giant family gathering type table, and they didn't have that at this one. So we ended up kind of getting split up into smaller groups, which we knew everybody at our table except for one new couple, which I don't think we ever met before. And nice people, great time, blah, blah, blah. We tried to meet some other people on our table, and then they would say, yeah, and they're like, blah, blah, blah. And we moved some space over, then they would not come back to our table. We made space for you, but whatever. So, yeah, we all had a good time. And then we basically, it was funny because from karaoke to the dinner, a couple of the friends of ours, they took Karen for me over to the dinner. They were in charge of her wheelchair, which worked out. And one of the people that was doing karaoke with him, she goes, I don't know who took Karen. She was there last I knew. I'm like, oh no, she's covered. I got somebody taking her. So I was still up there and finishing my cigar. So I had dinner. Dinner was great. Had a lot of fun. From dinner, basically headed back, kind of wandered around the ship a little bit, looking for stuff to do. And not a lot to do, kind of just what it is. And Karen was zonked out again, like 100%. Like she was just fucking dead. She said, I go back to bed. I'm going to bed. So I'm like, okay. So we didn't do anything in the evenings. We missed pajama night. We missed the fun stuff in the evenings because she's just exhausted. And I'm kind of like, well, why don't you take like a nap during the day and see if that'll rest your leg a little bit so it doesn't just completely kick your ass. But who knows? So trying to make plans. Thought about doing like excursion and stuff tomorrow. But the couple ones looked at, had people invite me on like the buggy waterfall trip thing, whatever. And it's like 6.5 hours. And I'm like, I can't be away from her for 6.5 hours because she doesn't have an electric wheelchair. She's stuck in the regular wheelchair. So I just don't feel safe, especially once we get off the ship, because she won't even have her, Wi-Fi to be able to contact anybody because we don't have cell service down here. So she'll kind of be a little more at, I guess, I don't know, we won't be able to reach out to any of her friends or nothing that could even come help her. So I'm kind of stuck with that. So most likely we'll probably just go hang out in the resort. I'll probably go wander around a little bit and leave her there kind of thing. And then she goes, I can't push the wheelchair all over town. And she had the electric scooter thing. We could have ran all over the place at 3.5 mile an hour, but we could have ran all over the damn port and had fun. But pushing the wheelchair, I can't push her 5 miles, down the sidewalk and stuff. So it kind of is what it is. But yeah, we'll figure it out tomorrow. Who knows? And hopefully she'll get some rest and get a nap, and then be able to get a couple other things in the evening. We'll be able to hang out maybe a little bit later. So that's all we got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.